Okay, so what's up? This video is going to walk you through installing a Nest thermostat. I'll walk you through removing the existing thermostat, labeling your wires, installing the new bracket, getting the wires stuck in there, and then installing the new Nest thermostat. And then I'll also, at the end, I'll have a video where I'll show you how to navigate the app and how to get yourself set up, and then how to adjust and how to work with it. So let's go to have some fun. Step number one, we turn him off. Not on, off. Off. We don't want to get electrocuted or die. Next step, navigate through your garage to the breaker box way back in here, and we switch off the AC power to the main AC. Furnace, attic, that's it. Switch off the power. Power off. That's so we don't die again. Now you notice the lights are still on mine. If you can see that, it's just because it's got power. So now we're going to take the face off of this. Take off your face like this. And there's my wires on the inside. And there's some labeling down here in the bottom. This is extremely important. Super important. So let's take a look at that. Another thing, we want to take a photo of our current wiring. There we go. And this is in case I screw something up. We'll know where everything is. Now Nest gives us these really cute little labels here, so we can label the colors of our stuff. Those labels correspond, here we go, there, will match up with these guys here. What they want you to do is to label. So the first one I got is a W. So on here I'm going to take my W sticker. It's like kindergarten. W sticker. And we're going to put it on the W. There's my W. Okay. Next one is Y for yellow. There's my yellow. Now I got a green, so I'm going to move him out of the way. Did it work? It's good enough. Green. There you go. And we got two left. Red. I think it's red. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, RC. Do I have an RC on here? I just have an R. All right, we're going to go with the R. I lost the sticker. R. And the last one I got is a blue wire here. It's on letter C, so we're going to use letter C. There you go. Next step, we're going to pull these wires out. We need a little bitty screwdrivers to do that. Thank you, Sony. You're going to use a jeweler screwdriver to remove these flathead screws in here. Little bitty ones. Just going to loosen them like this. Just the ones we need. W, Y, G. Yours might be different. R, C. And then C. Just like this. Then we can pull these wires out. Like this. Just pop them out. Oh, that one's too tight. There you go. Wires are out. Now we got to take out this plate. So my plate is secured with 2 Phillips head screws. These are wood screws. Here. It's going to leave a hole that I can patch later. And they actually don't even use anchors. They're just straight into the sheetrock. Here's the other one. There we are. We are now ready to install the new one. Alright, so now we'll take a look at what's in the box. So, a box. Pretty slick, right? Okay, so inside we've got the new Nest, and it's kind of sleek looking. And this isn't the fancy high definition one. This is just the standard. Good enough. Beneath that we've got a installation plate, and this is actually pretty sexy if you think about it. It's, here's where your wires go into. There's actually a level built into it. Pretty smooth, and then this will snap into it. And this guy here is telling you, please make sure you turn off the power to your system before you install, so you don't die. And at the very bottom of the box over here is a plate. And the purpose of this plate is if you have like an ugly spot beneath your thermostat, like it wasn't painted, you could actually install this on top and it would look like this with this white outer. I'm not going to use that to keep it slick, so I'm just going to use this thing and then I'm going to install that on top is what I'm going to do. Also, you're going to get some hardware, and they've actually built it directly into the packaging here. These are your screws. And not easy to take out for some reason. They're nice. They're coarse thread. There they are. Actually, we will use them. They're very pretty. Nice and chrome. There we go. Coarse thread screws. So this is essentially what you get. Nest, base plate, screws, and then the plate we're not going to use. It's up to you if you want to use it. It is nice, but we don't need it. Okay, so we're going to start the install by putting in the plate. And what we're going to do is going to pull these wires through. It's going to sit like this. We'll start with the screw on the top, this bigger one right here. I'm going to move it over a little bit so I can patch this hole later. There we go. And you could just use a screwdriver. You don't have to use a drill for this. Just like this. There we go. All the way in. Not really tight, but kind of a little bit loose still. The importance of the level will come in here in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and put the second screw in. And here, we want to look at this level on the top to make sure it's dead center before I tighten this. And this one will go nice and tight. There you go. And now we can tighten the top one. There you go. Nice and tight. So now we're going to stick the wires where they go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread them apart a little bit. Look, I lost my green sticker again. So we're going to take the green wire. I'm going to stick them. There's a little hole here next to him. Stick them in there. Push this little button and then push the wire all the way in. And then the button stays down. You see that? It's gripping the green wire. Okay, I went ahead and added some more light just to help out. So there's a little bitty hole in there. Take the white wire, or the W wire that we labeled, and we're going to push them into that little opening right there. And then I'm going to push this button, and we're going to push it in. Like this. And then release. And that button stays pushed down, letting you know that it's seated. We'll continue on. Now we got the yellow wire. And again, here's our label that we used. The green's kind of in the way. We're going to push it into the opening, push the pin in, and then let it go. To left, we got the R wire. Again, straighten this out. Going to push it in, push this button, and seat it. Get them out of the way. Okay, the last one we got is C. There's a C. It's going to go into C over here. I don't know why blue is C, but blue is C. Push them into the opening, push the pin in, and then seat it, just like that. Okay, so now we're ready to install this bad boy right here. And there's a little mouth here. It's going to fit over this guy here. It's got to go straight up and down. So we're going to lay it on, and I'm going to push it in place. And that's it. So now we'll turn on the power to the breaker, and it's going to come on like this. All right, now we get our setup process. The dial here you'll use to select your language. So we're going to select English US, not UK. Hit enter. We'll push it in. And yes, English US, going to push it again. All right, now we're going to do an internet connection. Push it in. We want to connect to the internet because that's when you're going to use the functionality of the device. We're going to push it, and you're going to select your network. Push it. Now you use the dial to enter your password. Press to continue. Okay, now it's going to look for updates. So now we're going to set our location, push it in. It's going to set the time and forecast. Continue. Yes, I am located in Texas. This is a single family. Thermostat is located in downstairs. What else we got? Living room. We'll say downstairs. Heating and cooling. Are you a Nest Pro? No, I'm not. I'm just a homeowner. Normal human. Yeah, we'll say okay. Got it. It is a, what is your fuel source for heating? It's gas, because I fart a lot. What type of heating do you have? Forced air, in-floor, radiators. We have forced air. Temperature. Should Nest begin by heating or cooling your home? We're going to say cooling. Heat to, choose your eco temperatures. So we can select different ones. So here, heat to, push it. We want to heat to 69 degrees. There we go. And then cool. We want to cool as low as it'll let me go. All right. System test. Nest is now configured for your system. Continue. Test now. Let's test the cooling. Air conditioning should be on. Check the vents, the airflow. Take a few minutes to cool down. All right, it's working. Let's push the done button. Air conditioner has been turned off. Done. Check the heating. So now it's going to try. Heating is working. Done. Heat has been turned off. May take a few minutes to stop. Done. Fan. Okay, fan is done. Fan has been turned off. Done. Done. And now we need the Nest app. Would you like to control this thermostat with the Nest app? Yes, I would. Getting an entry key. Download the app. Well, let's do it. So when you're going through the Nest setup feature, you're going to have to take a photo of the QR code using the app. So you're going to center the QR code back here. Let's angle it towards the light. Whoa, did that work? There we go. I guess so. All right, so now we're going to enter this code into our device. So this is my code. Don't use it. And then it's going to connect. Yay. Done. We are now connected. Done. And we have our device going. And we are successfully set up. Now, if I wanted to, I could actually control these guys together. See that? Turn it, and it's going to make it 62 degrees. My wife will kill me. 69 degrees, and then this will change to 69 degrees. And there you go. What? Once you get the app set up on your mobile device, we can go ahead and play with it. So you'll have to go through a setup process where you install the app, and then you have to go through a setup where you're setting up an account, and then you have to scan the QR code in the back of your device, which I did earlier. And then you'll actually set up your device. Now, earlier I videoed setting up the settings, navigating item by item. So here is what I currently have set. The heat will kick on at 68 degrees. The air conditioner when it gets above 71. But the benefit of having a Nest is that you've got the ability to control this from a device. You can go in here and change any of your settings. You can change the way your fan cycles. If you wanted to, you can actually set a schedule. So let's say, for example, and I've just got mine all set to 69, right? But anyways, let's say Monday I want to change my schedule. Let's say that I leave for work in the morning at 8 a.m. So I can go ahead and add a new schedule, and then we can pick the time on Monday that I want. So let's say by 8 a.m. I leave the house. So at that point, it's okay if I let the thermostat get cooler. Let's say it's the winter time. So I'm going to select that, and then you can drop it down and say, well, while I'm away from home, let's go ahead and let the house go down to, let's say, 65 degrees. And then let's say I get home at 6 p.m. after rush hour traffic. So we're going to select 6 p.m. here. I'm going to click on that, and then by that point, I want it to warm up by the time I walk in the house. Select your temperature there, and then there you go. So at 8 a.m. the AC will basically kick off and keep it there. Right before I get home, it'll warm up again. So you can go ahead and do all of that if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and remove these because I work from home. Bottom line, you can just have fun with it and set up your schedule however you need to. Now that everything is configured, the last step is just to we're going to use some putty. Just take some wall putty and just cover up the holes that we got left over here from the old thermostat. It's okay if I get a little bit on this thing because I can wipe it off. This will come right off. Now when that dries, we'll paint it. Once that's dry, just a tiny little bit of touch-up. Well, that concludes the installation video. I hope it was helpful, and good luck with installing your Nest.